Respect is realizing that I have sense.
Do you understand?
That part.
We need not only the love, but the respect. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be with a man who doesn't respect me. It's not easy for you to change your wiring into what your head knows is the proper thing.
Women do this a lot when they say, I expect him to give me joy.
Give me joy.
I've always thought it was weird. Like, nobody can give you joy.
That's
The joy of the Lord is what's supposed
your strength.
Love and nurture and compassion is not gender specific.
Yeah,
When you say woman is the nurturer.
She sets the tone of the home, is what I mean.
Okay, beautiful. Says who then?
It is because of what God has put in us, the way He has created us.
Good. God created humanity in His image and His likeness.
Yeah.
Who is the embodiment of love and compassion?
God. No.
When God chose to come into the earth, He came into the earth as what?
Man or woman. Simple thing I started doing some years ago that somebody taught me. It was so simple yet it has been so profound. Meet him at the door with a kiss. Like the first day I did it, he laughed I was like, what's going on here? I did it again the second day, third day, the fourth day, and then one day I didn't raise up my head when he came. He was like, where's my wife? Where is she? Where's your mother?
Welcome back, everybody. With me on set are two incredible, amazing women. The lady on my left. She is a certified architect with over 20 years of experience. The amplifier, Brenda Unu. Some of you might know her as Brenda Unu, but yeah, she is Mrs. Unu.
Oh, shit. I love it.
Welcome, Brenda.
Thank you so much.
And on my right is a woman whose brightness
Like the sun.
can light up the world. You don't even need a sun. All you need is this lady, all right? Her name is Ify Okafor. Put your hands together. Now, without further ado, I did not tell them what we're going to be talking about, just so that nobody will come here with scripted gist. I want to hear their hearts. I want to hear their honest opinions on this topic. So ladies, today we're going to be talking about the almighty respect. And not just the word respect, but respect in marriage. You know, I had to go there. Because no, listen, every day you go on Instagram, you are hearing one motivational speaker, one pastor, one skit maker, one pastor missus telling us how respect is the oxygen of men. Without respect, they cannot breathe, they cannot sleep, they cannot eat. If you like, love them like their mother loves them. If there's no respect, then, I mean, you might as well just get out. So, my question now is, it's only men that require respect. Because
Definitely not.
The other side of the coin is that women, we can thrive in chaos.
No, I can't.
They can disrespect us.
No.
They can shout on our head. They can talk to us anyhow. I want just to be submissive. So I'm going to need you all to just shed light on this from every perspective. Traditional, cultural, new school, biblical. Let's go. So who's going first?
I think I'll go first.
All right, Ify.
Well, number one, yes, men need to be validated by respect, right? Because that's just the way society has had them wired. But that's not the only thing that makes a marriage work. I want to start from there before I go to what we women need, because that's a whole bucket of stuff. Men need that respect to be validated. However, it's not what makes the marriage sweet. That's like the cake itself. That's like no, it's not the icing, no. It's the main ingredient from a man's perspective.
Flour.
Yes, it's like the flour of the cake. It's when you love and you do all the ceremony, that's when you bring the icing. Which is why when you do all the ceremony and a man perceives that he's not being respected, it's like all your effort is wasted. Do you understand? But that's a man's world. Now we women, because we're multi-layered, awesome like we are, multi-potentialites like our Father in heaven, we need not only the love, but the respect. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be with a man who doesn't respect me. Okay. That is a deal breaker for me.
Okay. So let me ask the question now. What is respect to a woman? What does respect look like to Brenda?
So for me, I'd say that respect is realizing that I have sense.
Do you understand?
That part.
Do you understand?
That when I talk, I'm not just talking because I want to talk. I have sense. Everybody knows that I have sense. So when I speak, you're going to say, okay, I hear you. However, this is what I'm thinking. And we're going to be able to put it together and then come up with something. Respect is me. You know how they used to say that, oh, when your husband is talking, you shouldn't be talking. And I can't understand this because why? Do you see?
They are saying to me, I'm talking your
do you understand? I don't understand it. I've never understood it. My father taught me that I can talk. That I have a mouth and I should talk.
Exactly.
So it was a little bit confusing to say that I should not talk when you're talking. Why? Okay, I will let you finish and I will say my own. But that I will not talk is not okay.
Okay.
Because when I now don't talk, even you will be afraid.
You will feel disrespected.
Do you see?
Because you will now assume that I'm not listening.
So wait, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't?
Do you see? It's such a problem.
You have to know how to talk in the right, respectful manner.
Okay.
You need to know how to let
There's
your
a
voice.
tone.
Yes, there's a tone. So I think what the issue is not the words, it's the perceived tone. Of course, if you're ticked off, it will show in your voice.
Naturally.
But they don't want to hear the ticked off voice, which is why
you
they
must
say
measure
don't
it.
talk. It must be measured.
So you beat me, then you tell me how to cry.
But you know, you have to
in
be
the
conscious.
African culture,
You respect something.
from a respectful.
Okay. Let's use it this way. Imagine if your boss annoyed you at work. You're annoyed. You are very ticked off. But you know you're not telling.
You will not talk to me.
You won't shout like, "Sir, that was just stupid." You can't do that. Yeah. You would measure it.
But I won't tell my husband that was stupid.
No, I know, of course. I mean, we were brought
tone
up.
here.
But
Tone.
even the tone, I'm saying in the tone, even in the tone of telling your boss that that wasn't all right, you will be able to measure it, you will calculate it, you will come. In fact, you will rehearse it in the office before going to tell him. Do you see? So that is the kind of thing we're talking about. So,
but I'm not married to my boss though.
So
it is the headship.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is this. I get you, Brenda, and I agree with you. Especially in a world where it's male-dominated, the men are used to being, deferred to. Right? So when they come home, it's difficult sometimes to switch. But I want to appeal to men through this show that you're married.
Look into this.
Right? You're married to your teammate. You're married to somebody who is supposed
to... You see,
loud that part.
It used to look like sometimes we are batting for different teams, whereas we are not. So please say it loud.
You're married to your teammate.
Teammates.
You hunted and courted this woman with every resource that was available
from my father's
to you.
house.
Right? And so when she's with you, you need to first start by saying that whatever she's saying, she's not saying it because she wants to tick you off. She's saying it because that's how she feels. And you can't expect a woman to measure her emotions in the workplace, measure her emotions in front of the children, then measure her emotions in front of you. That means the consequence of that is that if a woman is constantly measuring and doesn't have a release, and I'm saying this with every sense of authority, if she doesn't have a release, she will become formed and hardened in that way. And I promise you, you won't enjoy her. That softness that you crave, that peace that you crave, you would have created a hardened woman. Because,
or a pretentious woman.
Or a pretentious woman,
and you don't even want either.
And because when she's had to do that all the time and has not had releases, we are emotional beings. Take it, deal with it, but don't take it as if it's a negative, it's a positive. Because really, without emotions, this world is bland. So how about you view it from that lens and just say, okay, this is my wife, her emotions are here. Okay, we'll deal with it. It's part of her flavor. After all, what is pepper? Pepper is hot on your tongue. But you will see people say, put more pepper. And they'll be eating it.
With joy.
This is the spice of life.
Yeah, how to enjoy my variety. I'm the purpose of your life.
You have soft, tomorrow you have spicy, next tomorrow you have
witty,
sugary, you have sugary, or you have... Oh, joy.
Oh,
You were gonna
joy.
say something.
I want to say something about the teammates reference, right? I thought about it as you spoke, just something, lit up in my head. I'm like, teammates. So I'm here thinking about it in the office, right? Like an office setting. Say I have team members. I'm the team lead. So even though it's a team, we all respect each other, we all talk to each other, we all, but there is a lead.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, and even though I am the lead, I don't talk to anybody anyhow.
No.
And because I'm not paying their salary. Do you see?
If you were.
Even if I were,
Yeah.
I would treat them as teammates because that's what they are. So, because nowadays, even in the office place, we're going away from Oga subordinates into teammates kind of living. They've taken away titles, we're calling people first names, just to be able to let everybody realize that everybody deserves respect. So if we're going to use that teammate thing, to think about marriage, number one, we are playing for the same team, right? We have the same goals. We have the same, a win is a win is a win. To you, to me, do you understand? And number two, we're partners.
Thank God I have men waiting in the wings. We're going to have a conversation with them.
Okay.
But do they really have the consciousness that we are partners?
I'll say this.
Because
a good
sometimes
man
it's kind of like MD and
Chief Operating
Chief
Officer.
COO, yeah. CEO and COO, MD and GM,
It kind of be looking like that.
Sometimes,
Yeah, a lot of the times, honey. A lot of times.
So I'll say this. I think for a good man here, and please, when we say men in this conversation, we're talking of good men. We're not talking of some.
We can't excuse badly behaved
Men
people.
to men and men.
We're not even used to those ones.
We don't
we
know
can't
them.
even.
We don't.
So,
But the ones we know, the good men, I think their head knows that it's a partnership. But their wiring, their conditioning defaults to that CEO, COO, because guess what? They've seen their daddies do it. Society says that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
And so it takes a very, and please, I'm not saying this to say that some people are not self-conscious or self-wired. It just takes a lot of work and intentionality for you to change your wiring to what it ought to be, so that you know something in your head. And that's why the Americans have that thing, politically correct, because it excuses them to say what they know they're supposed to say, but keeps their heart where it is, right? It's not easy for you to change your wiring, your conditioning, right, into what your head knows is the proper thing. We've done all this reading, self-awareness. We now know that this is what should be the ideal. But you see, many of us default to our wiring, our conditioning. So I want to use this opportunity to also appeal to our men, right?
I love it.
I want to use this opportunity to also appeal to our men. I know you're busy. I know you're thinking of all the bills. I know that you've done a lot of work with yourself. But if you really want to get the best out of your wives, you need to consciously give her that respect. Let her be seen, right? So that you come home to a home where you have peace. You come home to a home where respect is happily given. Not because it's an obligation, but because she feels appreciated and she wants to appreciate you in the best way she can.
Very well said, Vicky. Very well said. So now, you see this peace matter. Yeah, I'm scratching my head. I've heard it one time too many. Be my peace. Be his peace. And then we too will say, be my safe place. Be my safe space. Okay, there's no man here yet. When the men come, I will ask them what exactly it means to them for us to be their peace. But as we ladies here, as we are, what exactly does it mean to you now? Like if Tony says to you now, Brenda, I need you to be my peace. First of all, is there any human being that has the capacity to be the peace of another person? What does that mean?
And that's exactly what I was thinking as we were speaking. You know, especially how women do this a lot as well. When they say, I expect him to give me joy.
Give me joy.
I've always thought it was weird. Like, nobody can give you joy. The joy of the Lord is what's supposed to be. Do you see? So the same way I'm talking to you ladies, that nobody can give you joy, okay? Joy is from you and it's from a wellspring of the Holy Spirit in you. It's the same way that nobody can be your peace gentleman. We cannot be your peace. I'm sorry. The peace of the Lord will be with you. That's all we can offer to you. But seriously speaking, I think I have an idea of where they're coming from. And that's basically like, you know how they say women can cantankerous. You know, some women can, you talk one, they talk 10. And I know because I was there once. Do you see? I used to be like that. And I was the comeback queen. Like if you give me one, I have 10 ready.
But I mean, we're witty and we're kind of sarcastic. So we're well-read.
But you don't have to be fiery like the dava.
This was a big problem.
This can rob his peace. Because I mean, I used to say when I was in school those days that if you tell me one word, I will tell you one that you will not sleep for 2 weeks. Like I was priding myself. It's such a bad behavior. Do you understand? So imagine carrying that mouth into your husband's house, but why? Do you want to steal his peace? It's not okay.
Okay, right. So while we cannot create the peace, we also should not
rob him of the one that he has.
Do you get?
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Well, for me, I think being his peace is also that the world is a very harsh environment. They are going out there every day, they are hustling, they are meeting all sorts of horrible people, being told all sorts of horrible things, and then they want to come home and just have a good laugh. Or even if it's not a good laugh, that place where they can just be themselves. And you see, that's the irony. As I'm saying,
you said it.
The irony. We women still want to be ourselves. Right?
And when you say when he comes home, and I hear that when he comes home all the time. But we said, I'm going out and coming home. So
I want to relax.
We don't want to just be ourselves.
The environment.
So, but the woman is the curator of the home environment.
She's the nurturer.
Right? So if the woman can create an environment where everybody can come home and be there.
I'm here to challenge every myth,
and this helps.
So when you say woman is the nurturer.
She sets the tone of the home, is what I mean.
Okay, beautiful. Says who though?
Well, it is because of what God has put in us, the way He has created us.
Good. God created humanity, human beings, in His image and His likeness.
Yeah.
Who is the embodiment of love and compassion?
It's good now.
God. When God chose to come into the earth, He came into the earth as what? Man or woman.
Man,
So why do we
why
think?
are you stressing me this?
Why do we think? No, because you know sometimes it's good for you to think out loud. When you think out loud, you now begin yourself and somehow hear the fallacies and the myths because so God chose to come in the form of a man, like male man, not man as in human being, you know, like specifically a male man. So the multi-breasted one came as a man. The embodiment of love and compassion came as a man. He's the one who died for us and gave us his life and took our place. So why do we recuse men from
loving and compassionate?
Loving and being compassionate?
Well,
where did that come from? And this is not me even trying to excuse women. You know things that we say are natural to us. We late it because there are women who give birth and drop their children inside your bin.
They don't have any compassion.
Inside bush, there's no compassion. It's not women that beat their children and beat them to the point where they are flaying the skin of their kids. So this thing, love and nurture and compassion, it's not gender specific.
Yes.
That is my
True.
point.
True.
So I'm asking again, why is it one person that is tasked with the responsibility of creating peace and creating balance and creating nurture and exuding love and exuding compassion?
Well, I don't think that's exactly what we're saying.
No, exactly. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's what.
Tell me what you're saying.
So what I was saying, right, is that we've agreed that we're teammates.
Right.
We have one goal. And so, you know, Ify also mentioned that, you know, it's an intentional man that can remove the whole, whatever society has taught him to be, the person that his wife needs him to be. So both of them together will create this environment. Because remember when we're talking about women and what we want, we said we want to be able to be free. So the man has to be ready to allow us to be free. Now we're not talking about how women can be his peace. And that's why we now said, okay, you also allow him to be free. You don't want him to, he has gone to work, he has had to do yes sir to one boss that he doesn't really like, you know, but he needs it to be able to pay the bills. So when he comes home, he has to be able to, you know, feel like, welcome, darling. A simple thing I started doing some years ago that somebody taught me. It was so simple, yet it has been so profound. Meet him at the door with a kiss. Like the first day I did it, He laughed, eh? I was like, what's going on here? And then I was like, whatever. I did it again the second day, third day, the fourth day, and then one day I didn't raise up my head when he came. He was like, where's my wife? Where is she? Where's your mother? I'm like, I'm here, sir.
His peace.
He was looking for his kiss.
He was looking for his peace.
It was such a small thing that he laughed up. That he laughed up the first day. But it became something that he was not looking forward to.
Exactly.
So it's just little things,
The
really.
little things.
It's just little things.
The extra touch.
Yeah.
The meal.
Yeah.
The caress.
That one day.
The love.
You know that.
I get it.
The rubbing of the head.
Yeah, okay. So what does that look like to you as a woman?
What does what look like to me?
This
as a woman?
whole thing that you are giving now. So you're coming back from work as well. You've had a stressful day. And then PMS is PMSing. And ovulation is ovulationing. And the hormones are going out of whack. Oh, perimenopause is perimenopausing.
Please.
How about that?
I don't know about you. I'm feeling.
I'm sorry.
I'm still young. I'm still very,
Any of
very.
the group?
Yes, I'm very, very, very young.
Yeah, so the perimenopause is perimenopausing. And you've been in Lagos traffic, right? And then for someone like me, for instance, I came back yesterday and it took me 3 hours between when I got in to when I got upstairs because somebody says, I have one child that's not going to be chicken unless chicken is crispy chicken. So I have to make crispy chicken. When I finish making crispy chicken, I have to cook fried rice. When I finish cooking fried rice, I have to cook stew. All the while battling nerve pain in my back. And then, before I got home was like 11 p.m. So
before you went upstairs, you were home.
Yeah, I was home. Before I went upstairs to my room, I beg your pardon. It was about 11 p.m. So I had a hot shower, and then went to bed. So I'm not going to answer the question. You will answer the question. So imagine that you had that kind of day. What does that whole situation or scenario look like to you? What would you expect? What
will be your peace?
Hey, let me peace. Since you are the giver of peace,
let me paint what I would love. I'd come back from work. Well, I already received my welcome home kisses.
From whom? Husband or children?
Both.
Okay.
My children always give me a presidential welcome every day.
I love it. I love it.
Well, it's not just me, they give daddy too, right? But I want to be able to walk up to my room and my husband just, nice peck on the cheek and goes, how was your day? And not because I need him to be listening to problems he's going to fix, but I need to just be able to say what was on my mind, the things I couldn't say. I need to just unburden, that's the word. And he would just be like, yeah, I get it. That those people, they're not all right, but we'll keep praying for you. You go, girl, well done. Right? See, one of my love language, my primary love language is words of affirmation. Right. So the words go a very long way, positively and negatively. So when you are telling me, shush,
right?
Oh, come on now.
It's
that's disrespect, maximum disrespect.
Got it.
And if you're just, and it doesn't have to be a lot. Just, I want to feel seen and heard. And for me, feeling seen and heard is, well done. Oh, sorry. Those little words. That for me is...
So you're not looking for a fixer?
No. I can fix my problems myself.
Did you hear her profile?
Well...
and that's not to say...
Just remind
that. So I'll tell you something. If I'm in a problem and I need emergency, the first person that always comes to my mind is my husband.
Normal levels.
That's because he's my Mr. Fixer.
Normal levels, sir.
He's my number one Mr. Fixer, right?
Normal levels.
But I don't need him to be my Mr. Fixer in every situation. I don't need him to be my Mr. Fixer all the time.
Yeah.
I need him to be my husband. That safe space, that place where I can come and say, what was...
Put my head on your chest.
Yes. Oh, I love to put my head on his chest. Have you seen my husband? His chest is very head-worthy.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah. Hi.
He's saying hello.
He's very head-worthy, and I like to just put my head on his chest. And I've come to realize that he loves where my head is on his chest. That's his own piece.
Before
And what that does is, I'm able to just say the things I have not been able to say all day. Remember I said words of affirmation? So imagine that I've been at work, I've been measuring my words because I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to
Politically
do.
correct.
Be politically correct. as I'm coming back home, I see the state of my living room. I want to yell at some people, but I'm like, no, we are reformed yellers. But I'm like, yelling is not going to solve this problem. So I have to, again, swallow the yell, and I'm like, who did this? Who didn't do that? So I've been swallowing. I need where I'm just going to say, look, I'm just tired. And when I'm saying I'm tired, I don't want you to be telling me you are tired too.
Yeah, no, that's or just don't preach at me.
Yeah.
That's time you have to be the joy of the Lord is your strength. You cannot be tired.
No, I thank God my husband cannot go there, because if not, it's true we are tired. But really on a more serious note, right? I'm tired. That's not the time to say, you know that if you exercise a bit more, you have more energy.
Oh wow.
Wow. How about you can tell me, oh sorry darling, and then later on a neutral day you can remind me of the joys of exercising.
Okay. I have a question, right? You know how sometimes as manly as Nigerian men are, and excuse me if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, most Nigerian men are alpha males. They're like alpha, premium male men. All right? Yes. They take no prisoners.
Yes, sir.
And yet somehow, we've had several conversations, right? And still they kind of feel like we undermine them, especially when it concerns parenting. Like their interaction with the children, the decision making as far as it concerns maybe like school, lesson or lesson teacher, is it needed? Does the child need therapy or not?
Excuse me.
You do what?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Are you?
Oh, okay.
You
So
make
let
the
me
decision.
I don't. Let me rephrase.
My husband.
Okay, so we suggest. And they take our suggestions under advice.
Exactly.
Then they come back and then give us a thumbs up and let us know that they are behind us 100%, that we can execute.
Yes, as the
what
chief
was in
operating
their
officer.
mind.
Yes.
That
From
we
the
didn't know
beginning.
was in their mind.
You
but
get
when
it.
we suggested it, then I say, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's how it goes.
So, but do you see where my confusion is stemming from?
I don't know. You can be confused. That's not.
Yeah. So let me tell you where my confusion is stemming from. So it's your vision, it's your ideas. I plucked it somehow from the realm of the spirit.
Because that's why you do
Yeah. So you didn't lay out the blueprint.
He doesn't need to lay it
Somehow
out.
I just picked up the
As a spiritual woman that you are.
Then I suggested to you, and then you gave me the go ahead. So
Yes.
why do they sometimes feel undermined? Where's the undermining in this?
Am I not just a helper?
As this guy say, among of this scenario, where is the undermining?
Am I not just a helper?
So I'll tell you this. At least I've seen it play out around me.
Right.
I think if a number of men feel like they're coming in from a point of defense. So what do I mean? The children are sick. Obviously, when you are sick, you want a warm body to hug you, not a hard chest, right? I'm kidding. But basically, the children are ill, they run to mommy. The children want something. I mean, we've all seen the memes where they say, mommy, where's this? Mommy, this, mommy, that. And then they ask daddy, where's this? And daddy ask your mommy, right? Yeah. So, if a man is one who's hands-on, or at least attempting to be hands-on, it can be, and I must admit it can be a bit intimidating if you let it, and I use that word, if you let it, that your children have a shorthand with your wife, and you have to insert yourself in for them to do that. And now, why is it like that? Because in the early years, I dare say that quite a number of men don't know how to navigate those conversations with nagging children, crying, all that. Yeah. And so they blink, and all of a sudden, the children are grown. Teenagers with minds of their own. And the mother who was forced to deal with all that now has a shorthand. That's why she can just see a child who just goes, hey, and she will just know that
immediately you know what that means.
There's a problem. But the man is lost in the conversation. And for me, what I've done that has really helped my husband to feel, it doesn't solve all the problems, but it helps him feel like he's in the conversation is to intentionally bring him into the conversation.
Absolutely.
Right? And then sometimes I have to actually go back to him and say, so you know how
This is how you do it.
This is what was this. And so the same way you suggested school, is the same way you will suggest to him that you might want to have a conversation with so person, right? But you have to do it as if it's not a suggestion. You have to do it as if, are you sure?
I need your help.
I need your help. We need you.
So forgive me. It's not
I was not ready for this.
no. It's not like you know.
You don't want to play
we all do these things, right? But since we are being honest and transparent now, it's not pretentious.
It's wisdom.
It's wisdom. Thank you.
Okay, so it's not pretentious.
No. Pretentious is when you are doing something with an agenda, usually a selfish agenda. But this is because you want peace in your home. And you want your husband to have good relationship with your children.
So why are we waiting till when the children are teenagers to now be doing this? Why are we not doing
better? You do better.
No. So I'll tell you why. Yes, wisdom. Exactly. Wisdom is coming from case by case. Assuming I'd watch a show like this, Undeniably Ayo Vincent, when they were young, I would have found time from the nappy changes, the boobs with all the milk coming out, the walk, and I'll say, okay, somehow I still need to swallow my stress and say, Jerry, I think you wanna hold the baby and just rub the head for 2 seconds, just so because it's good for bonding, right? Perhaps if we know that and if we have been doing that, we would have had husbands who, began to develop their own version of shorthand. I'll tell you something. I was privileged. I had a lot of older mom friends, and I had parents who were quite democratic. So you see all those things that people were talking about before, it wasn't my reality.
Right.
I had a nurturing daddy. My mommy didn't wake up in the night to feed any baby.
And plantain and bacon.
My dad.
Yeah, that was
premium
time. My dad taught me how to make soup.
Me too.
And not because my mom wasn't available, but it was a bonding. My dad taught me bitter leaf, egusi, all that. It was a bonding moment between us. My dad never let my mom wake up in the night. Exactly.
About that.
Well,
I don't know.
That was there. I was there. Hey, that's your own. Me, I don't know what. I don't know.
But like I said, the other don't concern me. It was a great time. That's all I know.
But the point is, if we knew this, we would start from the get-go to bring them into the equation.
And that's why we're telling people this now.
Yes, and that's why we're saying this now. So, dear young mommy, I know it's tough. It is very tough.
Dragging me.
I had 4 children under 6. So please, when we say it's tough, she had 4 children under 6. 6 plus 7.
3. No, I had 3 under. 3 and under.
Yes. She had 3.
And then number 4 was bonus later.
So we've done that. We've been in the trenches. It is difficult. But you see, you always have to have this strategy with the end in mind. I tell people, why am I such a good wife and good mother? Because my old age must be sweet.
So who told you you're a good wife?
I know.
I'm just looking at her.
I know.
So much pride.
So much pride.
Yes, because I'm putting a lot of sweat and effort.
So proud.
Uncle Steve, you have to answer that question.
It's you that will tell us.
It's you that will tell us.
Because this one is proud.
No, I have to be proud. I've sweated to get to this point. Before, I couldn't say this with all boldness. But I know I've done the work. I'm seeing the result.
Of course.
Does it mean that it's perfect? No. But my goal, my very selfish goal, is that when these children are out of the house, living their own very independent lives, because we've raised them to be independent, accomplished human beings. I'm going back to my romance days, my honeymooning with my hubby. That's the goal for me here.
That's the goal.
So public service announcement.
So we are not
Greece, Italy.
Do you understand?
Mauritius.
Lacy lingerie. Anybody that mistakenly enter my house.
Girl, keep it PG.
They're on their own.
Keep it PG.
But my point being, I can't have that if I don't work at the relationship.
No, I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree, because there's nothing like I'm going to go and be doing a move go from house to house.
No, that's not. We go together.
Anywhere I go, it goes.
Yes. 2 tickets, please.
Either you bring 2 of us or you come to our house.
You understand that part?
Exactly.
That part we'll take care of. You come to our spa home.
That's it.
Choose.
But But that you want me to come and sit in your house for 6 months.
I'll be doing house help.
I'll do like my mom.
I'll
take
kudos
3
to this
weeks.
man,
I'll take 3 weeks.
Because we were having this conversation and I said, when Mojisola, that's my second, was the baby, it was the first time, like with my one, he was like, oh, he's too small, I can't touch him, yada, yada. But somehow, I don't know whether it's because it's his daughter.
It was a girl.
It's his baby girl.
I said, uncle, you can hold her.
carry
He carried her. He gave her a bath. Oh, so cute.
Yeah,
So,
well.
I mean, yeah. So he started early.
Yeah.
He started pretty
Well, my husband went from terrified. My daughter, my first child, was the first baby he had ever held in his hands.
No way.
No, you bring new baby, he's out of the room. He was terrified of them. And he just could not hold his baby. He was always there for all the deliveries except for my second child. But the point is, he may not be able to actually birth a baby, but if he needs to support you, he will support you.
And that's all we need. That's all we need at the end of the day.
That's
love, support, and mutual respect. Now, if you leave us here, we'll talk for the next 1 hour. But I think we have come to the end of this segment, and just sit back and relax. We'll be right back. Today on Ayo Speak, I will be spotlighting not a product per se, but a service, a platform that is run by an incredible young man. And the name of the platform is Music Now Media. Music Now Media is a music distribution and publishing consultancy agency specializing in the promotion, monetization of your audio, written, and visual media. So what that means is that when you are finished recording your song in the studio, and you need to put your song on all the platforms and ensure that you're getting your royalties, ensure that your songs are registered with the appropriate bodies, ensure that your YouTube is monetized and all of that good stuff, Alan is the man for you. The name of the platform is Music Now Media. Follow him across all social media platforms, scrolling on the screen, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, people, you know how we do on this show. The show never wraps until I give you my parenting hack. And my parenting hack today is very, very simple, very effective, and very spiritual. So it's a very simple tip for you. Lay your hands on your children. No, I didn't mean lay hands like slap or no. Like when you want to pray for them and you want to speak life, you want to speak the word of God over them, lay your hands on them. You can hug them as you pray for them. You can put your hand on your chest as you pray for them. You can put your hands on their heads as you pray for them. Speak life. Speak the word of God. I'm not just talking about positive affirmations, you are beautiful, you are amazing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking declare the word of God. You are the light of the world. You know, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. You are the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. You are the beloved of Abba. That kind of thing. No weapon that is fashioned or formed against you will prosper. That's what I mean. Lay your hands on them, connect with them, touch them, and pray for them. And now we have come to the end of today's show. And boy, what a packed show it has been. I want to say a special thank you to all my guests, to Timmy Dakolo, to Dan the Humorous, to Ify Okafor, and to Brenda Unu. And of course, the magnificent Mera Owili. Until I come again next time, this is Ayo Vincent signing off on the Undeniably Ayo Vincent show. God bless you.